Instead of golfing on the golf course, we golf on the blockchain, and we move from block to I gotta get the bag somehow, dude.
GMTK 2022, my favourite game jam of the indie dev calendar for innovation and using the Unity game engine to make ideas way too insane for any other game jam, like a unique platformer last year and a random RPG golf game this year with special guest Wowie.
I have no idea what I'm talking about, but
The catch is that every game has to follow the theme of
roll of the dice.
yo! I love this. We could go for... I have no idea.
Where my mind went, Super Monkey Ball. The one where there's like a monkey on like a ball down
Yeah.
a track and
Where is the twist?
a spherical dice or a rolling cube.
The spherical dice is actually something that I have in my home.
What are you
basically
what? Okay, we're doing this. I don't care, we're doing this. Oh my god.
We could do a golf game where you have to throw your dice to determine how much power you can use. I don't know. The dice affect the way you play the golf.
With golf decided, I set to work building a little terrain test for us to hit the ball around on later, with the grass colour alternating like this being a classic way to mimic grass really quickly and effectively. We calculate this by getting the coordinates of each tile and seeing if the X and Y parts are both even, or both odd, or different. Before we continue to move this amazingly modelled golf club around, we need to decide how the gameplay and movement are going to work, as there are loads of different options to choose from here.
We could make a snake and ladders golf game. Okay, I might have an idea
That's
here.
good noise.
You golf your ball, then you have to throw the dice to move on the golf course.
To reach the ball.
Exactly, you have to reach the ball with the dice. And we can also, okay, listen to me. We can also have some snake and ladder. Also
Something,
easily
actually.
implement a lot of skins and make the big bucks.
If we're going to be using Unity, we kind of have to do that now. For input, let's try something new and use Unity scriptable objects to allow for customizable control schemes in seconds. Define what keys are for up, down, left, right, enter, whatever you like, put it in the game. Just like that, we're moving incorrectly. Okay, that was not supposed to happen. It's funny how much difference one symbol can make. Board games have a smooth animation between tile jumps, so let's add that too, to make things instantly feel 10 times better. This is actually not going to work though, because we don't want to move the player directly. Instead, we want to move around a cursor that when we're ready, we can move the player to, making it easier to go back and change it, while also making each jump individually instead of all at once. Moving around this tiny square is going to get boring really quickly though, so now we need some levels. Maybe infinite of them.
We could do a lot of different courses with wave function collapse. In a tile-based wave function collapse, you have your tiles and your rules. So if I have my water tile, all the adjacent tiles can either be water or shore.
NF trees.
That's right. That. Well, we can then
It's
generate a ton of
perfect.
levels and mint those levels on the blockchain, and you can only play the level. You can only play the level
If you
if
buy
you
the
buy
NFT.
the NFT. Metaverse confirmed. Please, dude, stop. Shut the fuck up. I am afraid that we are overscoping like shit.
Sadly, Wateep was very correct. What are we going to do about it? First of all, the random terrain generation can be replaced by the tried and true method of building levels by hand, and the progress since is already flying. I can also stop writing the script and get back on a roll with making the actual game. I modelled a cube in Unity to be used as a dice with custom faces I can change individually for each number. Now, we need a way to figure out what number it landed on. Looking at it, the obvious thing is whenever the dice has stopped moving, do something to get the number on the top. This doesn't work though because of times like this, when it has technically stopped moving because it changes direction and its velocity is 0, and it's clearly not actually stopped rolling yet. By storing the past 5 frames of speed of the dice and making sure they're all 0 though, this issue rolls away quite nicely. With all this randomness though, you might be worried our game is starting to lose all basis of skill and just be completely random garbage luck. Can we fight against that? If someone rolls all 6s, then a win.
Good.
But with golf, there would reach a point where you wouldn't want 6s anymore, because if you're putting and then you get a 6 and you have to hit it really hard, it could balance itself. Because maybe if you're right at the end and you get a 6, you have to try and bounce it off something, like hit it away and then it comes back again. There is a major fairness and balancing issue we face with our physics-based dice system too. In this case, literally, balancing the dice to make sure it's equally likely to land on each face. Can I promise that this dice isn't rigged in some way to land on all 5s? Maybe something about the rotations I'm adding makes it more or less likely to land on a 2. To test this, I dropped 10 dice at the same time. We would expect each dice to show up roughly the same-ish number of times, and it turns out they do. Now for the completely crucial, why didn't you make this sooner part of the golf game? The golf! But before we do that, we should probably merge this awesome level with the movement code, right? Otherwise we might run out of time and have to submit this ugly mug. No, that'd be stupid. Okay, it's golfing time. Right after we make it so walking over the rough needs more steps than the green, discouraging you like in real golf. Because this is a really true and accurate golf game so far, with all the golf mechanics that we've golfed. Okay, but now we've done that, there's no way to tell that this takes 5 steps, and this also takes 5 steps. So I had the idea of using an over cursor display to show how many steps you have taken, but then realized I think it's actually better when it shows you how many steps you have remaining. Right, okay, it's golfing time for real now. This is perfect. How long do we have left? 2 minutes. Oh. This will be easy. It's fine. I think we spent a little too long on the marketing. So we're making a metaverse golf game. Got it.
Let's go. That's the branding we need.
I also said this, so fuck me, I guess.
No late submissions this year.
Well, we better not miss the deadline then.
Who cares about logic and the web?
No one
space?
cares. We only need NFTs and making money, honestly.
You're right. For how heavy Unity is, it might as well be a crypto miner. I mean, gotta get the bag somehow, dude.